Hark, noble squires of the digital realm. Sir Skaterot is back, and today, my trusty steed Bucephalus II and I are taking a break from grinding rails to grind our way through a cinematic classic. We're dusting off the archives and re-watching the 1981 epic Dragonslayer. So grab your popcorn, tighten your trucks, and let's drop in. Buvette now, Bucephalus II. Here remembers seeing this in the drive-in theater back in the day. He was just a young colt, but he says the dragon scared him so much he almost bailed off his ball. And honestly, I get it. This isn't just any fantasy film. Dragonslayer was a game changer. It was dark, it was gritty, and it felt shockingly real. The story is set in the kingdom of a place plagued by a massive, ancient dragon named Vermithrax Peritaxis. Fun fact, that name literally means the worm of Thrace. That makes things worse. Talk about on the nose. To appease this beast, the king holds a lottery twice a year to sacrifice a virgin. Not exactly the kingdom I'd choose for a weekend getaway. Enter our hero, Galen, a sorcerer's apprentice who's a bit overconfident but has his heart in the right place. He's played by Peter McNichol, who you might know from a dozen other things. But here, he's just a kid trying to live up to the legacy of his master, Ulrich, played by the legendary Sir Ralph Richardson. Galen thinks he can just waltz in and slay this dragon. Ah, the folly of youth. I remember thinking I could land a 1080 spin on my first try. Both endeavors require more than just enthusiasm, my friends. A group of villagers, led by a tough-as-nails woman named Valyrian, seeks Galen's help. Valyrian is a standout character, way ahead of her time. She's not waiting for a knight in shining armor. She's taking matters into her own hands. Respect. It's like the one building the skate ramp instead of waiting for someone else to do it. So Galen, with his shaky magic, confronts the dragon. His first attempt, causing a rock slide to seal the cave. It seems to work, but spoiler alert, it doesn't. You couldn't just put a no skating sign in front of a dragoness lair and expect it to obey. Vermithrax is not pleased. The king, a cowardly and corrupt ruler, is also not pleased and captures Galen. And now, for a moment of burst, inspired by the king's dread, as the dragon's shadow spreads, the king, in his castle, full of fear, saw his kingdom's end was drawing near. The lottery was rigged, a twisted game he played to keep his own daughter from the dragon's blade. But Galen's magic, though clumsy and new, brought a fearsome reckoning, long overdue. The special effects in this movie are just chef's kiss. Vermithrax isn't some clunky puppet. The team used a technique called go motion, a variation of stop motion, to make the dragon's movements fluid and terrifyingly real. For 1981, it was revolutionary. It made every other movie dragon look like a parade float. Even today, in 2026, Vermithrax holds up better than a lot of the CGI monsters we see. It has weight, it has presence. It feels like a real, living, breathing threat. The final confrontation is epic. It's not a clean, heroic duel. It's messy, brutal, and desperate. Galen, armed with a magical spear, faces the full fury of a mother dragon protecting her young. The scenes filmed in the caves and mountains of North Wales give the movie an incredible, authentic atmosphere. You can almost feel the damn chill. So, how does Dragonslayer hold up? Brilliant. It's a masterclass in fantasy filmmaking that dared to be different. It's dark, mature, and doesn't pull its punches. The hero is flawed, the victory is costly, and the world feels lived in and dangerous. It reminds me of mastering a difficult skate trick. The journey is filled with falls and failures, but the landing is all the more satisfying for it. If you've never seen it, you owe it to yourself to watch. If you have, watch it again. It's a film that respects its audience and its monster, and that's something worth celebrating. And that's all the time we have for today. Until next time, keep your armor polished and your bearings clean. Fare thee well, and don't forget to like and subscribe.